వినిపిస్తుందా ఒకసారి అడగండి వాళ్ళని.
స్టూడెంట్స్ వినిపిస్తుందా?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last class we have discussed about the, just a minute. Chanakya, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we will discuss about the physiology of the nose and paranasal sinuses. Last class we have discussed about the anatomy. Okay. What are the functions of the nose? Anyone? Chanakya, functions of nose. Functions of nose.
Respiration, sir.
Okay.
Humidification of air.
Humidification of air. Oh. Okay.
Smell.
Smell. Yeah. So mainly respiration and olfaction. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because nose is lined by the both two types of epithelium, that is respiratory and the olfactory epithelium. So lower two-third of the nose is lined by the respiratory epithelium, and upper one-third is olfactory epithelium. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are the functions of the nose: respiration, air conditioning of the inspired air, protection of lower airway, vocal resonance, nasal reflex functions, and olfaction. Okay. Mainly respiration and protection of the lower airway and olfaction, and also it gives the resonance to the our voice. Voice is produced by the vocal cords in the larynx, but the resonance to the voice will be from the both the nose and paranasal sinuses. So we'll discuss each function of the nose. So first function is the respiration. Okay. So we all know about the respiration, both inspiration and expiration. Majority of the air will pass through the middle turbinate area, between the middle turbinate and corresponding area and the nasal septum. So medially nasal septum and laterally turbinate, middle turbinate. So very little air passes through the inferior meatus or olfactory region of the nose. So upper one-third and lower one-third is very little, but major stream of the air will pass through the middle part of the nasal cavity. So that is during inspiration. During expiration, so same like during inspiration, the air will come from the lungs through the middle one-third part of the nasal cavity. Same like inspiration. So air current follows the same course as during the inspiration, but the entire air current is not expelled. So here there is a narrowest area in the nasal cavity that is called the nasal valve area. So nasal valve area is corresponding to the lower border of the upper lateral cartilage. So that is lined by the one projection within the nasal cavity that is called the Lyman nasi. Okay. So directly through the nares, friction offered at the Lyman nasal. Lyman nasal is nothing but the inside the nasal cavity there is a projection formed by the lower border of the upper lateral cartilage, that is the Lyman nasal. It converts into the eddies currents under the cover of inferior and middle turbinate. So these are called the eddies currents. So there is a reversal flow of the expiratory air again back into the by touching the Lyman nasal and the turbinates. So on this, these currents will ventilate the paranasal sinuses through their natural ostia. So all the sinuses are open into the nasal cavity. So this is normally lungs will ventilate during the inspiration, but this paranasal sinuses will ventilate during the expiration, reversal of the lung. So because of it, this reversal direction of the expiratory air by the eddies currents, that is nothing but the air will touches this prominent in the lateral wall of the nose and also turbinates, anterior ends of the middle and inferior turbinate. So there is a reversal of the nasal expiratory air, that is called the eddies currents. So that eddies current air will ventilate the paranasal sinuses through the natural ostia of the paranasal sinuses. So next coming to the nasal cycle. So there is a cyclic congestion and decongestion. Congestion but nothing but filling of the venous sinusoids and blood capillaries within the nasal mucosa, that is called the congestion. So there is a cyclical, rhythmic cyclical congestion and decongestion of the nasal mucosa, so that it will control the airflow through the both the nasal chambers. So that is called the nasal cycle. So everyone will have this nasal cycle. So one side there will be a congestion. If there is a congestion, there is a edema of the nasal mucosa, so that there is little airflow through that particular nostril. So more airflow will be on the decongested side. So that is called the nasal cycle. The nasal cycle varies between 2.5 to 4 hours in each individual. So in decongested side, majority of the air will pass through the decongested nostril. So that is natural mechanism, nasal cycle, congestion and decongestion of the rhythmic cyclical congestion and decongestion of the nasal mucosa. That is the nasal cycle. So that it will regulate the respiratory function of the nose. So that is about the first function, that is respiration, both inspiration, expiration and nasal cycle. So nasal cycle nothing but congestion and decongestion of the nasal mucosa. So second one function is the air conditioning of the inspired air. So second function of the nasal cavity is, so it will filtrate the inspired air and it will purify the inspired air. Then it will maintain the temperature of the inspired air and it will humidify the inspired air. So all these three functions will have the air conditioning of the inspired air. So it will convert the atmospheric air into the body temperature. So nasal, the first function is the in air conditioning of the inspired air. First one is the filtration and purification of the inspired air. So nasal vibrissae, hair follicles at the entrance of the nose, acts as a filters to shift large particles like puffs of the cotton. So finer particles like dust, pollen, and bacteria adhere to the mucus, which is spread like a sheet all over the surface of the mucous membrane. So entire nasal cavity is covered by the mucous membrane and mucus layer. So if the larger particles are filtered in the outer part of the nasal cavity, that is the vestibule. So finer particles will entrap into the mucus layer of the nasal mucosa. So then it will carry it into the nasopharynx and then will swallow. So by these two mechanisms, filtration and purification. So air will be filtered within the nasal cavity. That is filtration and purification of the inspired air. So filtration by the nasal mucosa or hair follicles, which are confined to the only vestibule of the nasal cavity. So second function is humidification. Second is the temperature control. Temperature control of the inspired air. So the mucous membrane, particularly in the region of the middle and inferior turbinates and adjacent part of the nasal septum, is highly vascular. So with cavernous venous spaces or sinusoids which control the blood flow, and this increases or decreases the size of the turbinates. So mainly this control of the temperature of the inspired air is carried out by the mucosa over the inferior and middle turbinates. There is a large surface area. So this makes the temperature control of the inspired air. This also makes an efficient radiator mechanism to warm up the cold air. So third one is the humidification of the inspired air. So nasal mucus, these both temperature control and humidification will simultaneously carried out by the nasal cavities. Nasal mucous membrane adjusts the relative humidity of the inspired air to 75% or more. So this humidification or moisture of the inspired air or expired air is very important for the normal functioning of the nasal mucosa. So moisture is essential for the integrity and function of the ciliary epithelium. So that is respiratory epithelium, pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. So for the normal beating of the cilia or normal functioning of the cilia, this humidification is very essential. So by these three mechanisms, the inspired air will become the uh, normal to the body temperature and filtration of the inspired air and humidification. So filtration, temperature control, and the humidification. So third function is the protection of lower airway. So that is by the mucociliary mechanism. So all these inspired air will have the polluted environmental polluted bacteria, virus, all the particles will be there. So that will not reach the lower respiratory tract by the different mechanism that is called the mucociliary mechanism of the nasal cavity. Nasal mucosa is rich in goblet cells, secretory glands like both mucus and serous secretory glands. So these secretions form a continuous sheet over the nasal mucosa that is called the mucus blanket. It spreads over the normal nasal mucosa. So mucus blanket consists of superficial layer of the mucus layer and deep layer of the serous layer. So coating on the top of the cilia, which are constantly beating to carry it like a conveyor belt towards the nasopharynx. So if you observe this picture, superficial layer is the mucus layer, second one is the serous layer, these are the ciliary beating, these are the glands. So these are the lining epithelium, these are the secretory glands. So always from these secretory glands there is a formation of the mucus and serous secretions. So superficial layer is the mucus layer and deep layer is the serous layer. These are the cilia. Okay, so this is the mucus blanket over the nasal mucosa. So this cilia beat around 10 to 20 times per second at room temperature, normal temperature. They have a rapid effective stroke and slow recovery stroke. So in the effective stroke, the extended cilia will reach the mucus layer, while in the recovery stroke, they bend back and travel slowly in the reverse direction into the thin serous layer. So thus moving the mucus blanket in only one direction. So this is important, you have to remember. So all this mucus blanket like a conveyor belt, it will move from the anterior to the posterior. So that's why you will see if there is any excessive secretions in the nose and paranasal sinuses, will always travel towards the posterior opening of the nasal cavity, that is choana, then it will reach the nasopharynx. So effective store and recovery stored by the cilia, and this conveyor belt mechanism or mucus blanket will cause the only one direction of the mucus. So that's why you will see the most of the time patients with the paranasal sinuses infections or nasal infections will see the post-nasal drip or post-nasal trickling of the secretions. So one more protection of the lower airway by the enzymes and immunoglobulins which are present in the nasal secretions. Those are the neuraminidase enzyme or lysozyme and immunoglobulins like IgA and IgE and interferons. So these enzymes and interferons will protect the lower airway by killing the bacteria and viruses. So that is the protection of the lower airway by the mucociliary mechanism and also by the enzymes and immunoglobulins. So third function is the sneezing. It is a protective reflex. So whenever there is a foreign particles which irritates the nasal mucosa are expelled by the sneezing. So this is the sneezing reflex. Sensory neurons will travel to the brainstem region. This is the center sneeze reflex center in the brainstem. Then motor neuron will these are the sensory neuron and the motor neuron. So these are the effector organs of the sneeze reflex like eyes, nose, lungs, diaphragm, chest muscles. So sneezing also one of the protective mechanism of the lower air. So sneezing, immunoglobulins and the interferons and the enzymes and also mucociliary blanket. So by these three mechanisms, nose will protect the lower air. Vocal resonance. Nose forms a resonating chamber for the certain consonants in the speech. So in phonetic nasal consonants like words M, N, N, G sound passes through the nasopharyngeal isthmus. This is nothing but connection between the oropharynx and the nasopharynx is emitted through the nose. So whenever we are phoneting these words, the air will come from the oropharynx to the nasopharynx. That is called the nasopharyngeal isthmus. So that will get the resonance to the voice. So suppose if there is any blockage in the nasal cavity or nasopharynx, then we lost that resonance to the voice. So that is called the denasal voice or denasal speech. So nasal reflexes. Fifth function is the nasal reflex. Several reflexes are inserted in the nasal mucosa. So if suppose if there is a smell of the palatable food causes the reflex secretion of the saliva and gastric juice, and irritation of the nasal mucosa will cause the sneezing, and two more reflexes are the from the nasal cavity are the nasobranchial and the nasopulmonary reflexes. So final function of the nose is olfaction. So it is olfactory epithelium is lined in the upper one third of the nasal mucosa that correspond to the above the superior turbinate and also corresponding area of the lateral wall and the roof of the nasal cavity. So the sense of the smell or olfaction is well developed in the animals like dog and rabbit to give warning of the environmental dangers. So such animals are called the macroosmotics. In humans and monkeys, this sense of the smell is comparatively less developed compared to the animals. Okay, so this is also like a protective function to the body. Site of the olfaction, already you know, the olfactory stimuli are detected by the specialized receptor in the upper one third of the nasal mucosa located on the three nerve endings of the olfactory nerves, which are located in the olfactory mucosa of the nose. So histologically, the olfactory epithelial will have the three types of the cells. Those are the receptor cells, supporting cells, and the basal cells. So these are the receptor cells. These are the cilia of the receptor cells. This is the epithelium. This is the bone. This is the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone. So the central axons of these receptor cells will combine and form the nerve. So these are the olfactory nerves. So these will travel through the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone, and then it will reach the olfactory bulb, which is present in the intracranial part of the brain. Intracranial. So these are the cells. Just now I told. This is the receptor cells, basal cell, and the supporting cell. So this is the olfactory pathway. So from the olfactory receptor cell to the olfactory nerve, through the olfactory bulb, it will reach the olfactory bulb, and then there is olfactory tract. So from olfactory tract, medial olfactory area and the lateral olfactory area. So from there to the septal nuclei and hypothalamus and limbic system. So these are the primitive parts, and from the lateral olfactory area, thalamus and the prepiriform cortex and piriform cortex and amygdala. Then limbic system, hippocampus, and orbitofrontal cortex area, from thalamus to the orbitofrontal cortex area. So by these three mechanisms, we'll get the conscious perception of the smell. So that is about the olfactory part. So that is about the functions of the nose. Then coming to the functions of the paranasal sinuses. So just now I told during respiratory function of the nose, ventilation of the paranasal sinuses will take through their ostia during expiration. So during inspiration, the air current causes negative pressure in the nasal cavities that varies from the -6 millimeters to the -200 millimeters of H2O, depending upon the force of the inspiration. So during expiration, positive pressure is created in the nose, and this sets up the eddies which ventilate the sinuses. So you have to remember here, during expiration, there is ventilation of the paranasal sinuses. Second thing is the mucociliary clearance of the sinuses. So like nasal cavity, all the paranasal sinuses also will lined by the mucous membrane, which is again is having the serous and mucus secreting glands. So all these secretions will drain through the natural ostia of the paranasal sinuses. This is the maxillary sinus picture, and this is the natural ostium of the maxillary sinus. So in maxillary sinus, mucus from all the walls of the maxillary sinus, anterior, medial, and posterior, lateral, and roof of the this maxillary sinus is transported by the cilia. So same ciliary mechanism will have the within the paranasal sinuses also, through the natural ostium, then through into the middle meatus. So then it will reach the middle meatus, then it will by the mucus blanket mechanism it will reach the nasopharynx. So in the frontal sinus, mucus travels up along the interfrontal septum, then along the roof of the lateral wall, along the floor, and then exit through the natural ostium. This is the frontal recess. This is the natural ostium. So like this, from the walls of the frontal sinus, it will drain then through the natural ostium of the frontal sinus. Sphenoid sinus towards the ostium in the sphenoethmoidal recess, same like frontal sinus. Ethmoid sinus, mucus from the anterior group of the ethmoid sinuses joins that form the frontal and maxillary sinus, because all these anterior ethmoids, frontal and maxillary will open into the middle meatus. So and then travels towards the eustachian tube, passing in front of the torus tuberous into the nasopharynx. So torus tuberous is nothing but elevation around the eustachian tube open. The mucus from the posterior ethmoids drains into the superior or supreme meatus, then joins the mucus from the sphenoid sinus in the sphenoethmoidal recess, passes above and behind the torus tuberous, then into the nasopharynx. So this picture from the anterior ethmoids below the torus tuberous. This is the torus tuberous. So from the anterior ethmoids, it will join the frontal and maxillary sinus secretions below the torus tuberous. From posterior ethmoids, it will join the sphenoid sinus secretions above the torus tuberous and then into the posterior pharyngeal wall. See the posterior pharyngeal. So, like nasal cavities, paranasal sinuses will have some specific function. Number one is the air conditioning of the inspired air by providing the large surface area over which the air is humidified and warm. So, like in nasal cavities, these paranasal sinuses also lined by the mucosa. This will help for the air conditioning of the inspired air. It will provide the resonance to the voice. It acts as a thermal insulators to protect the delicate structures in the orbit and the cranium. And also because of all these are the air cavities, so it will help for the to lighten the skull bones. So it will provide the extended surface for the olfaction, paranasal sinuses, mainly by the ethmoidal air cells. Ethmoidal air cells will have the lining epithelium of the this olfactory epithelium, so that it will be the more surface for the olfactory function. So it provides the local immunological defense against the microbes, and it will act as a buffers against the trauma and then protect the brain against the injury. Like because of these air-filled cavities, it will protect the orbits and the intracranium from the any road traffic accidents. So like frontal sinus, ethmoid sinus, and the sphenoid sinuses. So this is about the functions or physiology of the nose and paranasal sinuses. So this completes the nose and paranasal sinuses, anatomy and physiology. So from next class, I will start the diseases of the nose first, then by the paranasal sinuses. So any doubts and any questions from students?
No, sir.
No doubts. So just you have to remember these are the functions: respiration, olfaction. Anyway, you can remember the respiration, olfaction. The other functions are the protection of the lower airway and vocal resonance and the nasal reflex function and the air conditioning of the inspired air. These 6 functions of the nose. These are the 6. So in respiration, you'll have the inspiration, expiration, and the nasal cycle. Air conditioning will have the filtration and purification, temperature control, and the humidification. Protection of the lower airway by the 3 mechanisms again: mucociliary blanket, immunoglobulins, and the enzymes, and the sneezing reflex. Vocal resonance by the through the nasopharyngeal isthmus. While phonating the specific words, the air will come from the oropharynx to the nasopharynx, so that we'll get this vocal resonance by the nose and paranasal sinuses. Nasal reflex function, that is protective function. So secretions from the salivary glands and the gastrointestinal tract whenever there is a palatable food smell. Olfaction, that is smell perception through the olfactory epithelium. Paranasal sinuses, air conditioning, same like nose. Resonance, same like nose. Thermal insulator to protect the delicate structures in the orbit and cranium, and it will lighten the skull bones and provide the extended surface for the olfaction, provides the local immunological defense against the microbes, and it acts as a buffer against the trauma. Okay. So 4 or 5 functions are similar to the nose only: immunological defense and olfaction and resonance to the voice and air conditioning and inspired. All these are the functions of the nose only. Okay.